Hey everyone, welcome back. So, this month has not just been kind of a bust, but has actually seems to be getting worse and worse as time goes on. I seem to be regaining weight. My waist has stopped slimming, and I'm like, what's going on here? You know, I'm still doing my workouts. I think that a lot of it may have to do with the fact that I'm not doing as much cardio due to my legs wishing death upon me. But overall, I really had to give some thought as to what was going on here, and I think I might have just figured out the answer. So here I am. I'm admitting defeat as far as the progress I've made so far. Last time I checked myself, I was at 284. That's really bad in my opinion. And my clothes are no longer getting any looser on me. Yeah, it's very depressing. It's very it's very discouraging. But I've been thinking about it, and I've been thinking about when I first started this whole thing, what my workout routine was, what my eating was like, and how things have changed. And I think what one of the problems is that the way I changed a few things as far as my eating was concerned. I stopped drinking as much water as I used to, and I think that might have some part of it to do with it. So from here on out, one of the first things I'm going to do is start drinking more water again. I used to try to make sure that I at least got a half a gallon a day. So there's the first thing. The second thing, though, is the hypertrophy workout routine. Muscle obviously weighs more than fat, and I knew that going into it. But I think that due to the goals that I have set, I don't think it's really what I'm looking for. Because I want to get stronger. I'm not necessarily interested in getting bigger. I'm not against, size for all intents and purposes. But I think that it's actually been doing me more harm than good. I think that I've actually lost some strength when doing this. So the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the strength training. Heavier weights, lower reps, and see if that doesn't help start making a bit of a difference. It was an experiment. It was an experiment. But I think that just like all experiments, some are due to fail. And so I think that that's probably where a lot of my problems lie. Another thing that probably has not helped matters much is the fact that I've had to cut my cardio pretty much out due to the fact that my legs still have not recovered from the workout that I did a week or so ago, in which I was trying to do my leg days 2 days a week, and plus I have a job in which I'm on my feet all the time. The job that I'm on, basically I can spend the entire 8 hours on my feet, and so for all intents and purposes, you know, I really don't need a whole lot of leg workout. What I'm going to do though is I'm still going to keep the leg workout for the gauntlet, the Stadium Stampede workout on Saturdays, and we'll see how things go from there. But yeah, I don't think that hypertrophy is for me. At least not in this stage of the game. Maybe later, after I've dropped the weight and I want to put on some healthy weight, maybe then I can look into it. But for right now, I think I just need to focus strictly on strength training. But I don't think that it's a complete failure. Because of the simple fact that, due to the fact that my cardio had been cut out, I replaced it with stretching, and I think that stretching has really been helping me out a lot. So I'm going to keep the stretching as part of my warm-up routine, but I'm going to get back into doing the bag work, doing the treadmill. When the weather warms up, try to get back into biking a little bit more for my workout, because with the way my knees are, there's no way that I could go running again. Maybe once I've dropped the weight, maybe it might be something I can look into, but for right now, yeah, it's not going to happen. So for all intents and purposes, that's kind of where I'm at now as far as my workout and routine is. But I know that I also promised you guys to do an update on the use of that Techcity scale. Well, time being the factor that it is. I'm just going to go ahead and just give it to you right here now. As a matter of fact, I'll even post a link to that video if you want to see the unboxing video of that. But I've used it probably for maybe about a month and a half, I think now. Something like that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But my overall opinion is that it's not a bad scale. I think it's pretty accurate. It helps give you more information to go based off of. I also think that some of the information is not accurate. With things like my bone density, how much water I drink and such like that. It's always saying it's low. And so I'm not going to, so I kind of ignore that stuff there. But I think that it does provide some very valuable information. Unfortunately, that also leads to the big negative about it. And that is the fact that in order to get a true readout for that information, you literally have to do the weighing every single day. And that's against my number 2 rule when it comes to working out and losing weight, and that is to weigh yourself consistently, because people can see that. And let's face it, weight fluctuates. It goes up, goes down, depending on what you eat the previous day and such like that. And for some that may be a good thing, but for me, I find it very, very discouraging, especially when you weigh yourself one day and you're like, you have one weight and you're feeling pretty good, and then the next day you weigh and you're like 5 more pounds. You're like, whoa, where the hell did this come from? So that's my biggest complaint with it, is that in order to get the truly accurate information, you have to do that one thing that I really disagree with wholeheartedly. But overall, I would probably have to say that I probably would recommend this scale, despite that one drawback, because like I said, though, I find that the scale is relatively accurate. And it does provide some really good information, stuff to think about, and I think that information far outweighs the breaking of a cardinal rule, especially if you can overlook it. I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to the scale, is to not really read so much into the weight itself, but read into the weight once a month or something like that. But because it keeps and records all this information about it, you can kind of see on when your muscle density is starting to go up, when the other things that you're looking for, body mass index, stuff like that, is going up, it's going down, it's improving, it's not improving. So I think that I think that far outweighs the fact that you have to weigh yourself every single day. Excuse me. Got a water burp trying to come up. And I guess that's it for the most part. So just for a recap, I'm going to go back down to doing lower reps, higher weights, getting back into drinking more water, and I'll keep using the scale, because I think, like I said, I think it's more beneficial than it is harm. So I guess that's it. I guess Hypertrophy, however it's pronounced, that style of training is a bust for me. I may revisit it in the future, but also considering the fact of the time crunch I'm under, Hypertrophy probably is not a good fit for me, because it requires a lot more time, and time is not exactly a luxury I enjoy, especially since my work switched me back to 5 days a week. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys this week. I also want to address one last thing, though, before I go, and that is the quality of the videos. I know that past couple videos, the footage was grainy. I don't know how this one's going to turn out, because the viewer that I'm looking at, everything looks fine, but when I move it to the computer, it could look like whatever. I'm going to keep working with it, seeing if I can make the quality of the videos look better. Hopefully this video turns out a lot better than the past ones have. But just bear with me. I do these videos pretty much in one take. That's pretty much about it. Because I really don't have a whole lot of time to shoot and then reshoot and then reshoot and reshoot again, just because the quality didn't turn out. And the options that I have through my video editing software are kind of limited. So this is all I have to really work with for the time being. If we can get this channel to grow to the point to where I can make a living off of this, then I can invest in invest more time into something like this and making sure the quality of the video is good. But anyway, though, I do apologize for the quality of the videos. I'm still working with it. Just bear with me. And last but not least is I'm actually playing with the idea of doing a live stream. Live stream of one of my workouts where I'm working out and you guys can watch, follow along if you want. If anybody is interested in something like that, drop a comment and say yay, say nay, whatever. And I'll see if I can rig something up out here and we'll go from there. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for me this week, and please like, share, subscribe, repeat, and keep shooting for your goals, no matter what they are. Just remember, it's all hard work, but that hard work will pay off eventually. You just got to keep at it. And until next time guys, fire it up.